It's quiet in this moment. I notice the gentle rise and fall of my breath, the air touching my skin, the faint sounds in the room that usually go unnoticed. Nothing special is happening. And for a while, I'm not trying to do anything with that. I'm just here, watching it happen. There's nothing I need to solve or understand right now. You and I do this every day. We wake up, move through the routine, look in the mirror, and think, yep, that's me. It feels obvious, solid, familiar. But sometimes I remember old photos of myself, a version I barely recognize, and I realize that was me too. If everything about me keeps changing, then what exactly is this me that feels continuous? I say things like, I am sad, or I am happy, but those feelings don't stay. They come and go. If I were truly those feelings, wouldn't I disappear when they disappear? Yet I don't. So who remains when they leave? That question keeps returning. What am I really? If not just this body, or the thoughts moving through my head? I might be wrong, but it feels like there is some kind of quiet awareness underneath everything. Something steady that doesn't rise and fall the way experiences do. In Sanatan thought, there's a phrase for this. Atma Buddha, or not knowledge in the academic sense, but a recognition of what's already here. One line from that teaching says, you are not the body or the mind, but something unchanging behind them. I don't fully understand that. I'm not claiming anything. It just feels like a hint, something worth sitting with. Sometimes I try to see it through simple images. Imagine the sky filled with clouds. The clouds move, change shape, appear and disappear. But the sky itself doesn't seem bothered by any of it. It just holds them. Maybe awareness is like that. Not the thoughts, not the emotions, but the open space in which they happen. I'm not saying that's the truth. It's just an analogy. See if it resonates or not. Sanatan Dharma, at least the way I encounter it, doesn't demand belief. It offers maps, ways of looking. One map suggests that the body is something you experience, so maybe it's not what you are. Another suggests that the mind can be observed, so maybe it's not the observer. Even the sense of being a thinker, the one who feels like me, can sometimes be watched. And that leads to an uncomfortable question. If all of this can be seen, then what is doing the seeing? You can notice this without any training. Feel your heartbeat for a moment. You didn't start it, you're just aware of it. Watch a thought appear before it finishes forming. You didn't invite that either. Yet something is present through both, steady, quiet, unreactive. When I notice this, my sense of identity loosens slightly, not in a dramatic way, just gently, like realizing the ground I thought I was standing on was never as solid as I assumed. This is where a text like Vivekachudamani, the Crest-Jewel of Wisdom, becomes unsettling, not because it argues aggressively, but because it asks questions that don't leave you alone. If the me I protect so strongly is really just a collection of habits, memories, and reactions, then who is doing the protecting? And who is aware of that effort? It doesn't feel frightening when this comes up. More like a soft dizziness, as if the center keeps slipping out of reach. What I find interesting is that this tradition doesn't rush to fix that feeling. It doesn't say, now you've understood. It just keeps pointing back, again and again, to the one who is looking. Not to give an answer, but to keep the inquiry alive. Right now, you're listening to these words. But if you turn inward for a moment, who is actually hearing them? Not the ears, not the language. Something earlier than that, something already here before this moment began. I don't want to end this with a conclusion. Conclusions belong to the mind. Instead, I return to the same quiet I started with. The breath moving, thoughts drifting, and I leave this open, without resolving it. When everything you can point to is seen, what remains that cannot be pointed at?